Sup? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Yuki5 here, and I am here with probably a very interesting and weird and wacky deck profile for you guys. This is more of a fun deck, but it says, you can only have to play good and competitive decks. It says you can't have any fun decks in the game. This is Volcanic Plants. It's an idea thought of just out of the blue. And I'm sure some of you looking at this and wondering what the hell I'm smoking, and my answer to that is, I don't even know myself. This guy just randomly said, here, try this, and I made this deck, and everything else is a blur, so I don't know what the hell happened to me then. Anyway, this is a really fun deck. I like it a lot, and you definitely can try it out. Something I kind of want to build this deck in real life just because it's basically a very cheap deck, main deck wise, because the Volcanics are very cheap deck to make in general, and probably the most expensive thing in the entire deck is probably, I think, tuning. Other than that, everything else is pretty cheap, because they've got like tons of reprints and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get started with the deck profile. So for the Volcanic side, we have triple shell, triple scatter shot, triple counter, and then 3 Volcanic rocket. The reason I'm running scatter shots is because it allows me to use things like Junk Synchro and Chameleon as well, and go for nice different types of synchros. And whenever you send the graveyard, dish out an extra 500 damage. So it's a nice little bit of burn damage every time I synchro summon using scatter shot. So it's pretty much I get a nice big monster, and my opponent has to take a total of 500 damage. It's really nice. Counter is a really nice card. If you take battle damage while this card is in your graveyard, banish it from your graveyard. Then, if there's a fire monster other than Volcanic Counter in your graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the amount of battle damage you took. This is a great way to get some cheap damage in. If you take some massive damage from an attack, basically hit it right back into your opponent. Volcanic Shell, many of you should know, Volcanic Shell is used in Gem Light Set sometimes. And then Volcanic Rocket is here to search out for my Blaze Accelerators. My first one, or the Tri-Blaze. Running 2 Raikos just for the mill engine here. I don't really want to run 3. I think 2 is just enough. They're just there for the little bit milling and some nice free destruction effects. We have the planet engine here, which is Spore, Dandy, and Lone Fire. Pretty much basic stuff right there. You have 2 Debris Dragons, just because Debris can combo off of pretty much all these guys. Actually mainly Counter and Dandy and Lone Fire, since really there's no really level 5 dragons that I know of. Actually, no, I'm thinking of this one. Yeah, I can go for like Iron Chain if I wanted to, but it's not in the deck. We have 3 Junk Synchrons, 2 Max Chameleons, 2 Summoner Monk, and then 2 Blaster Dragon, Ruler of Infernos. Junk Synchron because he has multiple targets. We have Volcanic Shell as well as Volcanic Scatter Shot. Allow him to go for level 4 and level 5 Synchro monsters. Max Chameleon because, again, just like Junk Synchron, he has multiple targets. We have Volcanic Shell, which allows him to go for level 5 synchros, as well as Volcanic Scatter Shot, which allows him to go for the level 6 synchro that's in my extra deck. Summoner Monk, pretty much here to help deck in my deck. It's a really nice card. It's a great combination with Volcanic Rocket by ditching either the Tri-Blaze Accelerator or the first Blaze, or the other Blaze Accelerator. Pretty much just one of those two to summon your Rocket. Then you can add that Accelerator back to from the graveyard to the hand thanks to Rocket's effect. So pretty much you didn't really pay any cost to get a nice XC monster on the field. You can also use this to ditch it for Max Chameleon, so you can go for a Synchro Summon. Blaster's here because it's Blaster. There's plenty of fire monsters to use for its effect. So just nice some free ditches to get maybe like Counter Grave or Scatter Shot for a free 500 damage. There's a lot of things you can do with Blaster in this deck. Next up, we have Blaze Accelerator and Tri-Blaze Accelerator. We only need one of each. Any more can get very clunky and cloggy. They're basically here just as some pretty much fodder for Summoner Monk and free destruction with using Scatter Shot, Counter, or Shell. Tri-Blaze is free burn damage. Discard Scatter Shot with Tri-Blaze, dishing 1,000 damage right there. It's pretty freaking awesome. Dark Hole, because it's Dark Hole. We got the triple MSD for the background hate. We have a Rhoda and a Tuning. Tuning is here just to deck in my deck by basically 2 cards, and if I get a Scatter Shot in the graveyard, I get a Search and 500 points of damage to my opponent, and there's basically a free Synchro Summon right there for another 500 damage. I have a Charged Light Brigade for milling and to help me get Raiko to my hand. Double Forbidden Lance just to help me keep my Synchros on the field. And we have a 1-for-1. He has some level 1 targets here, so might as well go for the 1-for-1. For the extra, we have a Formula Synchron. We have a Balmung, Knight of the Evil World. We have a Allied Justice Catastor, Hyper Librarian, and an Armadius, Keeper of Illusions. Such a fantastic card. Stardust Dragon, Scrap Dragon. We have a Shooting Quasar Dragon. It is possible to Quasar in this deck. It's not extremely easy, but it is a big possibility in how you can actually do it. Basically, you know, using 1-for-1. It takes some probability, but Shooting Quasar is possible. We have a Shooting Star Dragon. Again, it's possible. We have a Gaia, which is on 1 level 6, but nah. 15 extra deck space. Which is extended to 20. And we have a Black Rose Dragon to finish off the Synchro monsters. You know, just in case I need to nuke the field. If Trish was here, she would be here in this deck. We have a deck of Emeralds. Since Average is now gone, Emeralds is here to recycle my deck. We have a number 50 Black Ship of Corn. You know, self-explanatory there. We have a Mage Stroke, Tiffany the Djinn. Always a good card to have. Always a good card. Then we have an Abyss Dweller to help shut down some decks like Dark Worlds, Plants, and not really Blacklings, but you know, it shuts down decks that kind of revolve around the graveyard. So anyway, that's Volcanic Plants. It's a really fun deck. I like it a lot. Try it out yourselves. It's something that, you know, it's different, it's new, and it's crazy in a sense. It's a crazy deck. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.